Hello, this is Doug, the 2-Minute Gardener. I'm going to show you 15 fabulous, stunning, flowering trees of all different sizes for your yard. So first up is the biggest one of all of them, the Jacaranda. Probably the most colorful flowering tree we have here in San Diego. Beautiful purple flowers every May. Just a fabulous plant. Does get big. This thing can get up 50 feet tall and 50 feet wide over time, but it's pretty good. It's been used as a sidewalk tree a lot around here. Unbelievable color when it's in bloom. Next up is the silk oak, a wonderful drought-tolerant native of Australia. Bright orange flowers, tough plant. This one looks a little scraggly, but it's actually at a park by a reservoir that gets no water, no trimming, no one takes care of it, and it still flowers beautifully every spring. This is a grevillea, and it's just a beautiful, spectacularly fiery orange tree. Really great for drought-tolerant gardens, but it still gets pretty big, about 50 feet tall by about 30 feet wide. Next on the list is probably the most beautifully colorful and varied tree of all of them, the Crape Myrtle. Several different colors, unbelievable flowers every summer. Really great. Great for small gardens because this tree, a single trunk specimen, is going to top out at about 20 feet by 20 feet. Lots of great colors, these pinks and salmons and whites. Really beautiful flowering tree, and a drought-tolerant tree, and a fire-resistant tree. It is a very useful tree for Southern California gardens. There's an example of a maximum height one, and there's one in white. And here's one that's actually a multi-trunk tree. It's practically a shrub, so lots of wonderful versatility and just beautiful color. And there's some newer varieties like this Black Diamond that have this beautifully dark ebony foliage. It's really beautiful. All right, now on to the silk oak tree. Really cool pink flowers, really kind of neat plant. It's called the silk oak tree because these flowers will develop into seed pods, and when the seed pods burst open, it looks like it's raining little silk clouds on top of you. But in the meantime, you have these really unusual, beautiful flowers. Tough tree, drought-tolerant tree, and there's the little silk pods that burst open. Really kind of a neat one. Let's talk about a small little tree. This is the knife acacia. This one's going to top out at, 15 feet by 15 feet, so good for small gardens. Nice yellow flowers in the springtime. Interesting little foliage. It's really kind of cool how it has these little leaves that look like little bitty kind of throwing stars or knives. Really kind of nice little sharp leaves. Really kind of good drought-tolerant tree. All acacias are drought-tolerant tree. How about something a little outside the box? Stone fruit trees like peaches and plums and apricots. And yeah, you could grow these for the fruit themselves, but they are a flowering tree. This is actually my apricot tree, and it gives me just these wonderful flowers every spring. It's really kind of cool because it doesn't really give me fruit because it is growing from a seedling, so it's unfortunately sterile, but it's just a really cool flowering thing. So think about that. The gold medallion tree, big, gorgeous, yellow flowers every spring. Good street tree, really vibrant. Another good street tree is the Cape chestnut tree. Very unusual flowers, wonderful little South African native, very unusual, a little tough to find, but it's really kind of beautiful with these beautiful dainty flowers. Next on the list, my favorite tree is the Eastern Redbud. Notice this one's actually right next to the Cape chestnut tree. But the Eastern Redbud, especially the variety called Forest Pansy, has this beautiful mahogany foliage that will fade from green and then go all the way to yellow and orange in the fall. Nice little canopy tree, about 15 feet by 15 feet, has these great little pink flowers in the springtime. Really kind of cool and dainty. These wonderful pink flowers, really versatile. There's also the variety Oklahoma, which has similar flowers but slightly darker color pink than those ones. And here's another example of a smaller one. It also comes in white now. All right, moving on. Mexican Palo Verde, or the Jerusalem thorn tree. So can get pretty big, 30 feet by 30 feet. Here's a little dinky, teeny one up the street. What's neat about this is an extremely drought-tolerant tree. Once it's established, it does not need any irrigation. It just gets by on rainfall. Used to growing in the deserts, can handle the heat. Really kind of neat little plant in that it has these green trunks, which is how it gets the name Palo Verde, green leaves, green twigs, and then in the springtime it'll have these wonderful yellow flowers. So it's a really great tree, especially if you're doing kind of like a succulent garden. I strongly recommend a Palo Verde tree because it's a wonderful drought-tolerant, low-maintenance plant. Another common one used in a lot of gardens all over Southern California is the purple leaf plum. Has these kind of nice light pink flowers. From a distance almost looks white, but here up close you can see that they are indeed a pink one. A really kind of nice solid. Holds its color all year round. Can handle snowy regions. It's good for a lot of different zones. And it's another really nice low maintenance small tree. It tops out at about 15 feet by 15 feet. Really kind of tough little tree. All right, now moving on to a tree that is barely a tree, the angel trumpet tree. Called because it has these beautiful flowers that hang down like little trumpets. Very fragrant. Little bit of warning, those flowers are poisonous, so don't use this around dogs, but it's just heavenly fragrance. I just love this tree. A couple different varieties, but basically all the flowers look like little trumpets that hang down, and they're just so gorgeous. It's just a really wonderful one. All right, back to real trees. The evergreen pear tree, Paris Kawakami. Big old tree, 30 feet wide, 20 to 30 feet tall. Flowers in the springtime, really tough. Bees love it. It's definitely a good bee tree because it gives you some good floral form in the springtime. It's easy for the bees to find. So really, really gorgeous. But boy, I tell you, when it's done blooming, it drops all those flowers. Another little tree that you've seen in other videos of mine, the chase tree, Vitex Agnes Cast. This one can actually get, again, about 15 feet by 15 feet. Really great butterfly tree. Butterflies and hummingbirds love the flowers on these trees. Really kind of neat. It's called a chase tree because the foliage actually looks like marijuana, and it has been used for medicinal purposes for many, many years. So it's really kind of cool about that tree. Next up, we have the strawberry tree. And as you might have seen in last week's video, this tree actually has little fruit that looks like strawberries. And yes, they're edible. They taste terrible, but they are edible. It has these wonderful hanging flowers and this cool striped bark. I love this red striping bark. It's kind of a really cool effect when you see the bark and the flowers. Now, the strawberry tree, the original one is a shrub, but if you get the one called Marina is what you see in these photos. That is a true tree. Birds love this tree. It's a really kind of neat tree for those purposes. Well, that's all the time we have for today. There's a list of all of these trees and links to buy some of them in the comment section, so you have to definitely check that out. And then there's a lot more information in the video description. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button and share and subscribe. And we will see you next time. This is Doug, the 2-Minute Gardener, saying thanks for watching.